Good morning.
Good morning, Audrey. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay.
Good to see you.
I can't seem to hear you though.
You can't hear me? Can anybody else hear me?
How
Maybe
about now?
not.
I can hear you.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, good. Yay. Hi, Karen.
All right. Just letting everybody in here.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Who put on the pounds this year? I know I pumped on the scale this morning. I was like, oh, 2 pounds.
Don't do that. Don't get on the scale.
Well, it's just like our business, right? We got to know where we're at in order to know where we got to go. So
That's true. That is so true.
too funny. Goodness. All right, give it a couple more minutes. It's 10:31, so just want to make sure we get everybody able to come on in here.
Okay.
All right, so bear with me, guys. So I'm going to let you know all right now who everyone's on. We still have a lot of people still joining on, so I'm going to wait a couple more minutes before we get going here. But today is going to be the first day where I will be helping Barbara out with the Wednesday classes. So we will be rotating on the presentations of the classes. So
Okay.
bear with me, guys, because this is going to be my first day of it. So it's going to be quite different than our Twilight sessions. It's going to be just the same as far as what you usually do with Barbara this week. So I'm super excited that she's given me this opportunity to share with you guys even more and keep on plugging into you all. So yeah, super exciting. So if there's anything, as you always know, I'm always open to feedback and constructive criticism and just everything, because this is all for you. This is all pouring into you guys and just making things better to help you with your business. And so, we're always open to all of that. And as people continue to come on, she normally waits about a good couple minutes. Barbara, let me know when it's good time to rock and roll. Do you wait a good 5 minutes? Yep. Okay, very good. Well, all right, everybody, let's get this party started. I'm super excited. I can only see a few of you, so I hope you all are excited and happy to be back in the office that I am as much. It's been a good week, and I'm super excited that we have some new agents that have come aboard. So I can't see all of you, but I know that we have a new agent. I know Amon is a new agent out of the Manteca Modesto Market Center, and I know she's on board here. So Amon, do you want to go ahead and take a moment to unmute yourself and just say hi to everybody?
Hi, everyone. I'm Amon. I'm a new agent with the Manteca office. I'm super excited to learn. I'm kind of at work, so I don't have my face on, but I'm listening in and learning.
Fantastic. Welcome, Amon. All right, and who else is new to our group? Because like I said, I can't see everybody and people are still popping on. So anybody else that is new that I would really love for you to just, don't be shy and go ahead and just introduce yourself and which market center you're out of. Anybody? No?
Okay,
right.
I'll speak. I'm not new, but I'd like to speak to everyone anyway. So
That we know, you're not shy.
In case you don't know me, my name's Arthur Martinez. I'm the Market Center Tech Trainer for the Modesto, Stockton, Tracy, Manteca, and Modesto. I think I said that twice. Most recently, I have sent out an email that you all should be getting in succession this morning till probably about 10 a.m. The email details the new Command app that has just been released. It is in the iStore, but it is not yet in the Google Play Store. It should be hopefully by the end of today, but we shall see. In that email that I sent, I have created a really simple and easy way for everybody to hopefully get their maximum amount of contacts into their database. So within that email, it details some instructions on how to download a specific application to your phone and then send the spreadsheet on over, and then I'll make sure it gets into your database. That way you'll be fully ready to go for 2022 with the new Command app and being a mobile agent as we all are.
Awesome. Awesome. I am super excited, guys, because if you had seen our team meeting last time, that was a big thing that they were rolling out. So Arthur's here for us to help us all with that. And I have an Android, so I am patiently waiting. So super
I
excited.
have you on my list of people to send a quick message to once it's released on the Android market.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Arthur. Okay, guys, so let's recap a little bit. I just want to say, wow, you know, everyone says the holiday time slowed down, and it's not slowed down because we've got some congratulations to say out there. We have Audrey who got a new listing. Congratulations, Audrey. We have Ryan Shields who got a new listing. Kim Haynes got a new listing. Janet Soto, brand new agent. She got a new under contract. We have Albert Landros out of Tracy who got under contract. We have Joey Golfingson at a new listing. Glenda Gordon got a new listing and under contract in less than a week. Nicole Montreal got a new under contract. Jacob Puckett got another one under contract, and that is his second one. So he's doing 2 transactions in 1 month. So holy crap, guys, everyone, this is proof that when you do the work, it works. And who says it slows down during the holidays? Not here. I love it. KW taking market share. Congratulations, you guys. It's really all paying off. So good job. Give you guys a self pat on the back. Absolutely. Okay, so let's recap a little bit about what they've done a little bit in their business so far since we last met. So does anybody have some successes besides these awesome under contracts that we got that they would like to go ahead and share that they had a success on? Maybe an open house during Thanksgiving week. Anybody have a good success on that?
I successfully did nothing. I don't mean that as a good thing. I normally am busy doing stuff, but I decided that I needed a couple days to reset and rest myself. That way I can be ready for this next month. And I did so, and it was great.
Yeah, nice. Well, and I know that all of you do have successes, and you're all being a little bit shy today, but that's okay. So if you do have successes, just go ahead and share them, because that's what, you know, we all grow and learn from one another. So I will just kind of toss out there that Melody Cooper, she's a new agent in our Manteca Modesto Market Center. And I was super excited with her because she reached out to me, and she has a potential new client, and she's only been with us for about 2 weeks that is possibly selling their home and looking to get into new builds. So guys, that's a great job, Melody. We're just hitting it running.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually just talked to them yesterday, and I reached out to a lender that I know for them today. So it seems like they actually want to move forward. So that's good.
That's great news, Melody. Were you able to get them on the KW consumer?
She registered. Yeah, she registered first thing this morning. I saw 7 a.m.
So our conversation yesterday was fruitful.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yay. Yeah. That's a wonderful success. I love that. Love it. Thank you for sharing, you guys.
I'll mention, Danny, this is Karen, and Sophie and I went out on a open house for one of Krista Martin's listings.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to be going into pending soon. I'm not sure, but a lot of good follow-ups, really busy open house. We were in the Christmas theme. Krista had the Christmas music going. We had on our sweaters and Christmas socks. So it was really fun, but a really good turnout. So it was, and then we both picked up tips from Krista and her approach and some of her questions.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, Karen, that was the weekend after Thanksgiving, right?
Right. Mhm. The
So-
Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Exactly. And so who says things slow down during the holidays times?
That's right. Yeah.
Because, guys, I just want to toss out there that the holidays, it doesn't slow down. And it's a great time to encourage people to list their homes and to do open houses. One most important thing is because the people that are out looking at this time, it's holiday time. They're serious buyers. They want to be able to go and look at homes. So those people that are coming to open houses, those are serious buyers. So don't get discouraged because it's holiday time. A lot of agents take time off. Be the exception to the rule. Be the 1% better and know that the business is out there. So great job. Thanks for sharing, Karen. Love it. Okay, guys, so let's talk a little bit. Reminders, RPA class. Got to sign in to the car.org. The last class will be December 7th. It is $75. Please keep in mind that this class is mandated by our broker, that we do need to have it taught to us. We can't just rely on our TCs or anything like that. This class was taught by a professional that actually knows it by skin and teeth, everything. So we got to make sure that we get installed and registered for that class. That is December 7th is the last one. So sign into car.org. If you haven't done it yet, please make sure to put it on your calendar. That is top priority. That's going into effect by December 14th. So time's ticking, guys. We're now December 1st. Okay, people keep coming in. All right. And so Twilight Sessions, we're going to have 2 for the month of December. So Twilight Session is going to be tomorrow night. So tomorrow is actually a big day. Tomorrow we have what is called call night. Is anybody familiar with what call night is? Audrey, I'm calling on you. I know what you know what call night is.
I do know what it is, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Well, I love the honesty. So thank you. So call night is something that we came up with. It was actually something that I had came up with before COVID, and it was an awesome inter-office challenge that we had where each office had shown up in the offices. We all got together and we had competitions in between the offices, and whoever office was able to book the most appointments for during that call night, we ended up doing a celebration thing. So it's just a great way for everybody to get together. We've been doing it still via Zoom, but now that we're back in the offices, let's get back in the offices. Let's actually get in there. Let's hear the conversations that other agents are having that is winning to get to those appointments. That's what the whole thing about call night is about. We all use the DTD2, which is doing the database times 2 with the 2 letters, right? So this week, I just pulled mine off of my wall. So the DTD2 this week is letters S and U. So that means that you're going to be calling everybody in your database that starts with the last names of S and U. And what you just do is it's holiday time. Just call them up and we're just going to call and say, hey guys, it's great to see you all. I want to be able to wish you and your family a happy holidays. So call night is this Thursday from 4 to 6 in your market centers or via Zoom. Following that will be our Twilight Session. So the Twilight Session is from 6 to 7. This is something that you guys had personally asked for because a lot of you still work full time, but you still want to be able to attend the trainings in the evenings. So I will be able to teach you on this Thursday, and then Arthur will be doing his tech training the following Thursday. So we only have 2 Twilight Sessions for this month. Go right ahead, Arthur.
There's also the script practice that begins at 5:30 before Twilight Sessions.
Not on this one because we have call night. So
Okay.
scripts, we do have scripts. We have holiday scripts put together of thinking about you. We have some really great scripts put together. So this time we are not doing script practice because we are actually going to have the scripts that we're going to be using for the call night and then rolling into the training session at 6 p.m.
Are we getting the scripts before?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. In fact, we have the scripts, so we will make sure that if you haven't received them already, I believe that Beth will be joining us at 11:30, and they'll be the same scripts from sending right after this class here. So they should have been sent in your email last night. Please check your email. If not, then we can go back through and resend them back out for you. Okay.
I'm going to
All
drop
right.
them in the chat.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you, Arthur. Awesome.
I see them in my email.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, babe. And they're great scripts. They really are. And they're simple, guys. We're not asking for business. We're just saying, hey, we're thinking of you. And that is how you organically get business, because you're always staying top of mind. So always keep that in mind. Okay. Annual Christmas party. Who got their tickets? I'm so excited. All right, Christmas party is this Friday from 6 to 11 p.m. So be there, be square, Ryan and Roses in Lodi. Super excited. And then great announcement, guys. You know, we hear you, we talk with you, we hear your wants, your needs, your desires, everything. So we are going to be putting together a listing workshop. So this listing workshop is going to be fantastic because we all want to focus on listings. That's how we get our market share and dominate our market. So our listing workshop is going to be on December 16th, and the time will be announced. Okay. But go ahead, mark your calendars now. December 16th, listing workshops. Okay. Next boot camp, go ahead and mark your calendars. Next boot camp will be happening in January of 2022. So we have that scheduled for January 13th and 14th. That is a Thursday and Friday, and the time's still the same, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So make sure you mark your calendars for the boot camp come January 2022, 13th and 14th. Okay, last PC meeting of the year, super excited. Our last PC meeting, we are going to have a PC meeting via in the office in the Manteca location. We actually have a guest speaker coming next week. So we do need for all of you to RSVP if you will be either attending via Zoom or via in the office. It'll be in the Manteca office. Our guest speaker is going to be Otis from True Roof. He is amazing. He's very knowledgeable. I use him quite a bit. He will be here and he will be talking to you about all the things that you need to know when we actually get out there with our clients, and just how to negotiate and what you should be looking for just, you know, when you're out and about. So next week is going to be in the Manteca location. Guest speaker is Otis. So be sure to RSVP because lunch will be provided. So we want to make sure that we have enough food for everybody. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And the following week is our year-end celebration. So I'm super excited, guys, because y'all poured in so much and you deserve to have a little celebration. So next following, which will be December 15th, we will be in the Manteca location also. If y'all notice, we're trying to get y'all back and to the offices because that's where the business happens, right? So December 15th, next week, we are going to have our PC year-end celebration. We're also going to have our guest speaker, Mr. Rita Ivy, who will be here sponsoring that for us. So I'm super excited because Mr. Rita Ivy is going to be our guest speaker for today, and I'll introduce her in a few minutes, but I want to make sure you guys get all of these dates down and, you know, RSVP for these events. You know, come into the office and just get to know one another and just build and talk to one another and see what's working in your business, what's not, and how we can tweak our businesses in all different ways, right? Okay. Any questions so far? I know I've been talking.
The one on Wednesday, the 8th, what time is that till?
That'll be the same time. That'll be the same. So it's always still the same times. It's still the 10:30 to 12:30 classes.
Okay. And that's in Manteca?
Yes. Yes, that is correct. And same thing with the 15th also, still all the same times. And that's in Manteca also. And the reason why we chose Manteca, guys, because we're trying to make it as fair as possible. We have market centers that are in Tracy, Modesto, Stockton, Lodi. Manteca seems to be like the central hub. You know, it's 20 minutes in between for everybody. So that's why we're putting it there in Manteca. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about when you have contracts, they need to be reviewed by your PC coaches, by your success coaches. So before you actually have your contract sent out, whether it be a listing contract or a purchase contract with your clients, prior to them signing them, you do need to send those over to your PC coach. They need to make sure, I mean, that is our jobs, right? We need to make sure that you're not being a liability to your business and that we are keeping you and our brokers out of court. So it's very important that even though you're feeling very confident, sometimes we move just a little bit too quick and we forget to check certain boxes that could cost a bit of money. So we got to make sure that before you have your clients sign any listing or purchase contracts, they're being sent over to your success coaches. Your success coaches will then review them within a timely manner and be able to send them back to you with any corrections that need to be made. Now, with that being said, if there are corrections that need to be made, they need to be sent back to the success coach so we make sure that they were made, because sometimes, and I'm guilty of it myself, you know, that sometimes I think I made a correction on a contract and it didn't save, and then I go send it out to the agent and I'm reviewing it once again and I'm like, oh crap, I got to do it again, right? So we got to make sure that when you do have corrections and the coach says, hey, these corrections need to be made, make sure those corrections actually go back to the coach. And then they say, okay, you're golden, then have your client sign, okay? Any questions in regards to that? No, Arthur?
My question isn't necessarily in regards to that, but I've come across a couple different situations in which a newer agent gets the listing or buyer, and it is going through with the PC coach and getting all that taken care of, but they didn't have their DocuSign and all that already set up through Command. So it's very important that everyone, especially new agents, gets that an appointment set up with me so that I can make sure that all of their tech is set and ready to go. So when they do get a transaction, all that's ready to go and we're not scrambling to make sure that they're ready and set.
Yes. Thank you for that, guys, because you know what? You guys are with Keller Williams. We are the #1 technology and training company, right? So make sure that you're utilizing all the technology that we have, because it makes your life so simple. Even when you're out in the field, when you have all your technology linked together, you can write contracts while you're out in the field, right?
Exactly.
So I've done it, trust me, and it comes in handy at times when you need a counter offer signed real fast. So be sure to have your tech signed, you know, all put together, your DocuSign, all of that. So that way you're not having to stress at the last minute and you can get that offer in by those deadlines. Okay. Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate that.
How is
Okay.
that different than using the car system and the Authentisign?
What do you mean? As far as the DocuSign?
So e-sign
Uh-huh.
through zip forms,
Mm-hmm.
how is that different than using Command?
Well, because with Command, you can actually go into DocuSign and you're able to link your opportunities and link your rooms. So you actually want to have all of that set together. And, you know, I don't use the car e-sign. I use all DocuSign. Go ahead, Arthur. That's your world.
It's okay. In addition to what Danny just said, the importance of it is because it's streamlining and creating efficiency. So rather than jumping from one window to the next and going into zip forms and then downloading and importing it into eSign and or DocuSign, DocuSign and CAR have come together to be able to go into Command in DocuSign and pull any form from CAR that you need so that you're in one location to do your entire transaction rather than flipping back and forth.
So gone are the days of having templates in the car system.
No,
No.
you can still have all that stuff. It's just imported into DocuSign. Everything
Okay.
that zip forms does is just now integrated into DocuSign.
Okay.
What I would suggest is, Arthur, if you wouldn't mind following up with Janice after this, and anybody else, send him a message, because then that way he can do a one-on-one to see what's going to work, how he can make it work better for you.
Correct.
Absolutely. Okay, so real quick, I just want to reiterate that when you do have a contract and you get into contract, whether it be a listing or a purchase, you do need to hire a TC, you guys. And here's the main reason why is, one, TCs are a business expense, right? A transaction coordinator is a business expense. I use a transaction coordinator. So we got to do high producing agents use transaction coordinators. Not only is it a business expense that you're able to write off, it's also, you need to focus on your 20% in your business, not the paperwork, not everything else in between. Your 20% is, one, setting appointments, lead generating, lead follow-up, negotiating contracts, and script and role playing. And if you're spending hours trying to chase documents, chasing signatures, all of that, you're not staying in your 20%, and it's actually hurting your business. So you want to make sure that you do understand that when you do get under contract, you do need to hire a TC, and each market center has TCs. You can use any of them. I suggest that you reach out to all of them and just see who's going to be the right fit for your business needs. Bailey, go right ahead.
So I was informed that there was for TCs, because I had a TC that I went to use, but I was told while we're in the program, we have to use the program's TCs.
Yes.
Is this true?
Yes.
Let
Yeah,
me-
go ahead, Barbara.
I'm going to jump in on that one. We are having you use the program TCs because they already know how we handle all the paperwork on the backside. So yes, for your first transactions, we would prefer you use the ones that we already have assigned, know how to do the systems that we have to use. So yes.
So you would prefer, but it's not mandatory.
Well, we can't say mandatory. We are all independent contractors, but yes, they are the ones who know how to do this, the paperwork on our end. So
Okay.
yes, I'm going to say prefer, but yeah, strongly prefer. How's that? Really strongly prefer.
Yeah, highly, strongly recommend.
I just didn't know. Yeah, I just didn't know because I had already talked to a TC and she said that she wasn't really taking on very many, but she would take on me.
And that's another reason. So the ones we know, there's actually 3 TCs that we use within the 5 offices. And so they know exactly how we need the paperwork done, and they communicate with us because we need to be involved in that as well. So every time you reach out to another one, it's just another one we basically have to train, and we prefer highly prefer that you use the 3 that we have already enlightened on how to do the business for us.
No worries. Got it.
And did you want to say who those are, just for everybody?
Sure. So we have Christy Betancourt. She's in the Modesto Market Center, but she supports both market centers. We have Christy Ennis. She'll do both market centers as well.
I use her.
And we have Autumn Clarkson. Autumn's in the Tracy office. They're all really good, very good. They're very good at communicating with us when they think there's something that maybe we need to know about, that's the other thing. They communicate with us like, oh, Barbara, I see a red flag. There's something going on. Maybe you don't know, or Danny, or whoever it is. So it really does help. We have that communication already built in with them.
Is that Autumn Clarkson?
Autumn Clarkson.
Perfect.
And Christy Betancourt, just so everybody knows, is no relation to me. Just so everybody knows that. Because she does do my files. Yeah, she does do my files also. So my clients are always like, Danny, what do you got? Your family working for you? So I'm like, no relation.
I was assuming that you guys were related.
Yeah. All right, guys. So one other thing before I introduce our guest speaker, which is very important to me that I really wanted to go over with you guys, is we all pour into you, and your business is very passionate to all of us. And that's why we take the time out of our own businesses to pour back into you guys. And we got a lot of feedback from all of you, and the feedback is heard and it's recognized. And we're realizing that there's some frustrations and some hurdles that, a lot of agents are feeling. And a lot of it has to do with motivation and, I don't know what to do. Sometimes I'm feeling lost and I will talk to you and I'll be like, okay, well, when's the last time that you've gone out and about? When's the last time you've been in the market center? And I want you guys to know that you're not going to get business by just waiting for it to come to you. You got to get out and get business, right? And a lot of the times, even though you may be feeling lost or feeling like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do next? This is all so new to me. We're independent contractors, right? So we got to go out and get business. And I always encourage you guys, get in the offices, get in here, because when we're in here, I can tell you there's 5 of us agents in this office right now that we are seasoned agents. So I always have my door open. A lot of agents will come in and they'll sit by my door. They'll hear my conversations. They'll be able to pick up. We bounce each other of our wins, our successes, everything. And when you're in an environment, that's when you really thrive. That's when you start to see opportunities. For example, Melody called me the other day and she said, hey, Jenny, I don't know what to do. And I said, that's awesome. You know what? Get in your car, come on down here and shadow me on my inspections. And she did. And boy, did she learn a lot that day on my inspections. She watched me do my advid. She watched how I handled conversations with my clients. But that would have never happened if she hadn't have came into the office, right? So opportunities are here, guys. This is how you're not going to feel lost. This is how you're going to stay motivated to be doing the business and getting the business. Another way is that, if you don't have clients that you're working with right now, I highly suggest that you guys should be out looking at vacant homes. Don't be just on Metro List looking at the prices of homes. A few of you, especially you ladies, should join together and do a vacant home tour. Have any of you guys done that? Right? Get out there. These are activities, guys. We're realtors. We should know our inventory. I will tell you, when I very first came to Keller Williams, we didn't have a Manteca Market Center. I know Manteca like the back of my hand, but I was in the Stockton Market Center. So you know what I had to do? I had to learn my inventory. So every day I went into the office, and every day on my day home, I picked 5 homes in a specific neighborhood or a specific location or anything like that. I picked Country Club, east or west. And I picked 5 vacant homes and I went inside every single home. You guys pay for the e-key service. Why did I do that? Because I learned the price, the condition, the inventory of the home. And I also felt like I was doing realtor activities, right? This is what we should do. This is what we do. You guys pay for that e-key. You can go into vacant homes. You can view them, no problem. Right. So I just recommend to you guys that, if you're feeling frustrated or you're feeling, like you're not motivated or you can't quite get it or you just don't know what to do, these are some great things to do, guys. Get into the office. You don't know what to do. You come tell me, Danny, I don't know what to do. I'm going to give you a whole world of what to do over here. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you, go do this, go do that, because this where you guys are is exactly where I was years ago. And this is how you know your business, learn your business, and you be that local expert. Because when someone asks me, Danny, what's over in Country Club? I can say Country Club is mostly 3 1s or 2 2s, and they're all flat top roofs, and they all average about 350,000. How do I know that? Because I go and I view my inventory. So you guys do the activities. I know you may be feeling a little lost because you're still new or you haven't got a contract, you haven't got clients yet, but this is what happens. Even sometimes I've been outside looking at homes. Some neighbor has came over and said, hey, are you the agent? No, but how can I help you? Right? Opportunities happen when you're doing the activities, guys. So make sure you do that. Other things, sending out holiday cards. Go to the dollar store, go pick up, $10 worth of some holiday cards, come into the office and start to mail them out to your database. These are the activities that we do. Hey, I was here until 6:30 last night printing my golden letters. So, I'm always willing to share with people, but you don't know what we're doing unless you're in the environment of what we're doing and watching the activities. So I can't pour that enough into you of this is how it's going to help you to keep on adapting all the activities that need to be done. Does anybody have any feedback on that?
I'm just curious what golden letters are.
Oh, that'll be a whole nother class. I'll tell you on that. Maybe we'll talk about that on the Twilight Session, actually. I think that's a great thing. Thank you, Melody. You just gave me my topic for tomorrow night. Who wants to know what a golden letter is? Yeah, boy, I'm excited. Woohoo! Awesome. Okay, so you guys, I'm really, really excited because our speaker today is not only a near and dear friend of mine, but she is a plethora of knowledge. She is overwhelming when it comes to all that she can do for you, your clients, your business on so many different levels. She has over 30 years worth of experience, and I can't tell you just how grateful and how indebted I am to Miss Dorita Ivy for all that she has done for me and our clients throughout all the years. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this over to Miss Dorita Ivy. She's with Paramount Residential Mortgage Group. And guys, plug into her because I'm telling you, you want somebody that knows how to get it done. This is a lady that knows how to get it done. So good morning, Miss Dorita. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be on this call. I think real estate is an awesome, and it has been awesome to me. Let me just tell you, I have been in the business over 37 years. I am with Paramount Residential Mortgage Group, who is California based. And they've been in the business for 20 years. So what does that tell you? That tells you I've been on this ride longer than they've been in existence. So that matters simply because I've gone through some highs, some lows, some valleys that they haven't even come into contact with, which is great in the fact that all about interpretation and how we approach things are still things that they are learning, but they are willing to do that. 28 of my years of the 37 years that I've been, I was an underwriter and an underwriting manager. And when I tell you that matters, that matters. That matters simply because the places I've gone, the things I've seen, I am very creative in the way that I approach every client that I come into contact with. And it is about educating them. I listen to their needs, hear what they have to say, and then I tell them the direction and the path that I think. Ultimately, it's their decision, but I'm really big on, customer communication, keeping in contact with them. Not everybody I come into contact is ready today, but they will be ready. And I definitely keep on them about our talks, our commitments, and the things that they are striving to do, because ultimately we can all accomplish it as long as we work together. So I want to say in regards to the company that I'm with, California based, it's sort of kind of like what Danny was saying, knowing your market and your share. We're different in the fact of we are working in California, and California gets California. Texas gets Texas. Right? I am able to do all states simply here locally. And what does that mean to you guys? That means if you have a client who is living in and around this area, we can give them the local treatment that they need to move abroad if that's what they tend to do. I looked at what our company offers. Our underwriting times are guaranteed 24 hours. So anything that we put into underwriting comes out within 24 hours. Our CDs and docs are always, and has been since I've been here, same day. What does that matter? Timing, quickness, efficiency. Our rates are by far better than what I've seen locally, okay? The other thing I want to put into your ear is, yeah, we all do the same products. Not all buyers.
Oh. Is it me or is it her?
I think
Sure. For me too.
Uh-oh,
You froze, Dorita.
uh-oh. Well, in the meantime, I will tell you one of the main things is that, you know, there's a lot of different lenders out there, right? And
Can
we
you
all
guys
have
see?
choices of
Okay.
who we choose with. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, sorry. So we have a variety of different things because all clientele doesn't need the same thing. Okay. So basically it is us, getting into a relationship with these clients, and they don't go away, right? We do refinances. They have family and friends in which I'm always looking to help. I got into this business a long time ago wanting to help. And with you, I want to help. Yeah, I know we all had to start new, and there was someone else there willing to help us. So that's my biggest thing. Communication, as I said before, is huge for me. There's a lot of nights that, I know Danny and I have committed sometimes to not working past certain hours, but we tend to anyway, so that she can sleep, I can sleep. And so that's really my big thing. My assistants have been with me for a while. They understand service. They understand the need to communicate. I am local, but I come and go anywhere you need me to be. I want that client to feel comfortable. I want them to know that I always have their best interest at heart, and that I'm always going to work on their behalf. But you guys are my client. So I'm always going to keep you along the ride as well, so that you learn as we grow together, right? I don't ever say that I know everything, because certainly I've never been in the lending industry during a COVID time, right? So there's always something new to learn in this business. And as we progress and we learn together, and so my thing is to never give up, to keep pouring in you, like I would want you to pour in your clients. We do have some programs that I look to in certain instances. Sometimes you have a person who's been self-employed. They haven't been self-employed for the standard 2 years that most lenders ask for. Well, we have a program for them, right? That program is what we take in regards to bank statement loans, right? Because a lot of people in this COVID time has chosen to do different career paths. And so never give up, because there's always someone out there who they aren't giving up. So why should you give up, right? That there's a need for what they have available at the time. And so with that being said, we also have a very strong investor program. Well, what does that mean? A lot of people, basically, real estate has always been a place of stability for most people. And some people are looking to take their money and do things with as an investment. And simply what we're doing in regards to that, there's no employment verification. There is nothing other than what is the property's market rent and what is the principal and interest and taxes and insurance of a payment. Bottom line, that's it. We can do those as purchases, as refinances. They will allow you to use the cash out for refinances as your reserve requirement. You can be a first-time investor. You can have a credit score as low as 660. So it's phenomenal as to all of the programs and structures that they are allowing. They have increased our loan limits, which is awesome. And usually, in my experience, they've done that for conforming. So usually FHA usually tends to come later. Okay, so the hope is there. And as long as you keep in contact with your clientele, their time and their need is going to be available, but it's going to be important that you, as well as I, a lender, keep in contact with them. I tend to tell people that you can always reach me by my cell phone. I only do not answer unless I'm on the phone or I'm asleep. Most of the time I tend to think that I'm woke, but I'm usually probably asleep if I'm not answering, because I understand you need to know things. And I generally It only takes me 5 to 6 minutes to have a conversation with you, to lead you in that direction, or to answer a quick question, because I've been there. I've done it for so long that it generally just takes me a few minutes to answer any cry that you may have. Now, there are some instances where, you know, I have my own experience, but guess what? Keep in mind, my company's only been here 20 years. So I've been here 37. So sometimes I go to them and say, hey, tell me what we can do. And their answer is always going to be a little bit better than mine sometimes, in the fact that they haven't been where I've been already. So you use that to your advantage. Is there any questions or anything that you guys have had or in contact in regards to a lender that maybe questions haven't been clear to you, that you don't understand? I always tell people with my underwriting experience, I generally package a loan in the way that I would want the underwriter to see it. Not everything that a client tells me, not everything that a client brings me, I'm going to hand off to my underwriter, because that's going to pose a problem. So I already foresee the problem. So I stop it right at my desk. And it's all about me creating what I know is to be something that's going to happen.
Michael, you had a question?
Yeah, Dorita, I was wondering, I've had a couple clients that have wanted to tap into a HELOC for investment purposes on a second residence, but they've run into that same issue where they've been self-employed for less than 2 years. Do you have a product available, a HELOC product for folks that have been self-employed for less than 2 years, like a bank statement loan for self-employed individuals?
It would not, Michael, it would not be a HELOC. And let me tell you why. HELOCs will work the same way as most of your lending criteria, wanting them to be in a 2-year. This program that I just talked to you about would be a perfect program for them. They would need to do a first mortgage, because you would tie everything into that first mortgage, allowing them to go under the programs that I just mentioned. And yeah, I can do those all day long.
Okay, thank you.
And then think about it. The interest rate that they currently have plus the HELOC, I always say that's a combined interest rate, right? It would be cheaper for them to roll into one loan to get a better interest rate rather than having a combined interest rate. Because if they've got a 3.5 on one interest rate and their HELOC is at 2.5, to me, that's 6 point. That's a 6% interest rate versus them getting, one interest rate for all of the cash that they would need and paying that back.
I'm just going to back it up a little bit, because I know we have agents of all different levels that have already closed some transactions and ones that are just brand spanking new. So, Ms. Dorita, you mentioned an underwriter. What is an underwriter? Maybe you can explain what the loan process is a little bit.
Sure. Basically, an underwriter makes a decision as to whether or not we have an approved buyer based on property, credit, and stability of income. All right. There's 4 characteristics of a transaction, and all of those matter, right? So this underwriter then takes the information that is provided to them via all of the packaging that we as an originator do to see if they agree, right? Most of you will say or hear the term of, we have an automated approval, we have a DU approval, we have an LP approval. That's simply information put into a computer system as you see it, and then this computer system saying your loan is approved. However, there are things that matter that my skill sets in regards to other people's skill sets that I'm going to look for that may have missed someone else. And those are things of have their bank statements been reviewed? Meaning, are there insufficient funds? Is there, bank accounts that have large deposits that can't be explained? Is there payroll deductions on their payroll? For instance, child support, that's huge. If someone misses that information, that changes the ball game. That changes everything about them getting from a pre-qual, pre-approval stage to guess what? Now the underwriter has it in her hands, and now she has no other decision to make other than, oh, you missed it, and this is what that means. So all of those things that I look at and I gather from your clients up front is looked in detail from an underwriter's perspective, because I don't like surprises. So I'm going to analyze everything that comes to me up front in the beginning. And underwriting, usually I've never had them come back to me and say, guess what? We now need to do this because you missed that. I'm human, right? But for the most part, qualifying parts of that is important, because you don't want things happening at the end. It is your livelihood. It is my livelihood. It is your relationships, because you may, well, it's a small world, you may run into that listing agent, again, who basically says, you kept me hanging for, 30, 45 days and you didn't close. So she may take someone else's offer over that. So relationships are important. And so that underwriter basically will try to dive into everything that you present to them, and so, those are things that I'm going to look up initially up front and let you know, guess what? I've reviewed everything. And guess what? We're going to be good. Okay. There are things that somebody said to me a long time ago as an underwriter that I cannot underwrite to, and that is either a person passing away or losing their job, right? And so those were criteria that, guess what, I hadn't really looked at, and you're 1000% correct. So there are instances that do come up, and I don't avoid conversations. I don't avoid phone calls. I'm always going to be honest and upfront. I'm not going to sugarcoat. Guess what? I'm definitely going to give it to you as I've received it. From the top, I start off by interviewing your client. I go through everything. I ask them all the tough questions based on the information that they are providing to me. My team assistants go through everything that they've given me to make sure that we have everything complete. My processor has worked with me over 8 years, and she knows the way I think. She knows the way my next conversation is going to go. So don't even come to me if you haven't looked at all of those things that I've taught you to do, right? And so she's always looking for a solution as well, right? So basically, my biggest thing with my team members is communication. We're going to communicate with you in regards to all the way from the beginning to the end. You need to know so that when people call you, you can put them at ease. We let you know when an appraisal's been ordered. We let you know when the appraisals come back. We let you know whatever the conditions are. We let you know when the loan's been submitted to underwriting. We let you know when the loan comes out of underwriting approved. We let you know when we've ordered the CD. We let you know when the docs have been ordered. So all of these are key things that, guess what? Somebody's going to want to know. We are big on keeping commitments in regards to loan contingencies, appraisal contingencies. All of our appraisers I've worked with for over 30 years, they are all local. And they, again, know how I work. And so that's important. I don't want some appraiser coming from a national company that basically lives in Discovery Bay or lives in the Bay Area and is trying to give me an appraisal based on my Stockton market. We're very different worlds. We are very different people. We are, even though they say they're close, they are by far no way thinking in terms of the way we think. Been in the Valley all my life. Did go to Texas for a minute, but I was born and raised here. So I definitely know that in regards to what we have is unique. And, a lot of people don't think that, but we are. And so it's important to me that the people that work with me and around me and support me understand our market share as well.
Well said. Very well said. Yeah. Plethora of knowledge here, guys. And I will say, one thing that was really drawn me to Dorita when I very first met her was the fact that she never said no to my clients. And I will just say that she never said, sorry, you're not approved. See you later. It was never a no. It was always, maybe not right now, although these are the steps that we can take to make it happen. And that is huge, you guys. And just to share a success story with Dorita and I, We had a client that found me online in April of 2020. This client reached out to me. We started to do the pre-qual. I sent her over to Dorita. Come to find out, she was creditly challenged. Her and her husband were both creditly challenged, right? So we said, hey, that's okay. It's not a no. It's just not right now. These are the steps that you need to take. And I will tell you guys, they got their keys last month because of the fact that Dorita and I stayed on top of them for over a year and was able to make sure that they did what they needed to do to make their dream come possible. And these are the people that you want to line yourself up with, people that are just as passionate as you are of making dreams come true for these families. And that's why we do what we do. And it's very important. And that's why I'm so passionate about working with Miss Dorita Ivy, because I know she shares that same passion that I do. And that's a representation of my team, right? Dorita is part of my team. So, you know, you guys take the time, you got a plethora, I just can't use that word enough, plethora of knowledge here, but it is because she's done the underwriting side. She knows what it takes and she'll never tell your clients a no. And that is huge. I know Barbara has experience working with Miss Dorita Ivy also. So, you know, like I was telling you before, we have a lot of different lenders, but it really comes down to who's going to do you and your clients right and have the knowledge to be able to guide them and educate them. Because that's what we do, you guys. We guide and educate our buyers on building their wealth. So,
correct. And they remember us, their friends, remember relatives. I mean, it's just like us. I wouldn't want to send anybody I couldn't trust to someone. So.
Hey, guys, she's doing my daughter's loan. I wouldn't trust anybody else.
I want to chime in real quick. So one thing Dorita said, and it's something I stress a lot when we talk in our meetings, that the communication. And she talked extensively about what they do regarding communication. And that is so important when you're working with a lender. And yes, I've known Dorita for probably my whole career. And she was in the underwriter position. So I worked with the lenders that were working with her most of the time. But even now when I have a question, Dorita always picks up my call. And I always know she's someone I can go to ask a question. So that's really critical in our business. So I definitely highly recommend Dorita, and nice to see you on here, Dorita.
Thanks. And yeah, and even if you have a question and I'm not the lender, okay, I answer those questions as well. All right. Because I want you guys to know, and knowledge is power, right? And I'm going to give you the questions that they maybe sometimes wonder on the phone going, how did they know to ask me that? Well, guess what? So it's all about helping facilitate you and your growth. And certainly, you know, I always say what you give out will come back. So it's not about a transaction for me. It's about helping you get to where you want to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so guys, just to reiterate, Miss Dorita will be at our year-end celebration here in the Manteca office on December the 15th. She has graciously offered to sponsor our training for that day. So super excited. So be sure, you know, you want to get to meet her in person, really get a feel for her and everything. Be sure to put that on your calendar because she will be here with us on December 15th.
And let me just give you my cell. It's 209-423-9600.
It's also been put in the chat.
Oh, it has. All right. I was so busy talking, I didn't know.
Can I ask real quick? Hi, Dorita. How are you?
Hey, Karen.
Do you have a local office here, like for people who want to come in?
I absolutely do. My address is 2389 West March Lane. And for anybody who doesn't know, it is the parking lot directly from Aurora's Cafe.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
all the
guys.
information.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was so awesome to meet all of you guys, and I can't wait to help you succeed in all of that, what you want to accomplish, because it totally is a rewarding career. It really is.
It is. It is. That's for sure. Thank you, Miss Dorita. It was an honor to have you here as our guest speaker today, and we'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, and I believe that Miss Beth is joining us right now, and so we're going to go ahead and head into script practice. So guys, remember, tomorrow is call night. Let's make those holiday calls that you're going to be practicing on your scripts now, and let's also plan for the Twilight session so we can find out what are those golden letters and how is it going to build my business. So awesome. Beth, I'm going to go ahead and make you host.
Thanks. And book club. Barbara's note about book club.
Book club tonight at 6.
Book club.
Yeah.
Yes. And give me a second. Host. And
All right.
there we go. Thank you all. I so appreciate it. And I hope I held up to Barbara's standards. So
Yes, thank you.
See you all later.
Hey, Bailey?
Yes.
Is Bailey on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey got made the host, it says. So Bailey,
Oh,
if you're not gonna stay on, will you make me the host?
2 seconds. I just reclaimed it. Beth, there you are.
Okay.
All right, make host. Thank you, Beth. There we go.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. All right. See you all tonight and tomorrow.
All right. Hey, guys. So sorry I was late. I'm sure it was an amazing class, and I'm sure that Danny lived up to Barbara's standards.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So does everybody have the script that Barbara sent out?
Yes.
Yeah, I do, yes.
Fabulous. So we'll go ahead and do our breakout rooms like we always do. And is anybody, I wasn't here for the call, I just got on, is anybody brand new to scripts today?
Yes, I am. And I don't have the script either.
Okay. When we get into a breakout room, let me, it's Melody, is that right?
Yes.
I'll send it to
Melody,
you.
what's your email?
I'm already doing it, Beth.
Oh, okay. Arthur's
Thank
gonna
you.
send you an email. Okay, Melody?
Thank you.
All right. Sophie, you have the script? Okay. So we're gonna go breakout rooms, and what we do is we just go right into practicing it. If it's your first time, go ahead and be like the responder or listen. But I want you to jump in today and at least try to be the realtor one time. Okay? It's not scary. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and create these. Once they get created, if it looks like anybody's alone in a room, I will move you, so don't jump off, okay?
Melody, check your email.
Thank you.
Okay, you should all be getting invites to join rooms. All right, Daphne and Bailey. Okay, there we go. Oof. Hi, who just joined? Okay, mystery Zoom user. I'm actually not.
Okay, it might be me, Melissa, that you just saw. But I thought I
Hi,
changed
you,
my
Melissa.
name. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Let me see. So it's on to the script practice. I completely missed the rest. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see if I can put you in a room. If not, then
Okay.
I will just practice with you. 1 second.
Okay. Let me see.
Put in remove report rename. Right. Nope. Okay, so we're just gonna practice together. Okay. If that works for you, Melissa. Okay. All right, can you see that? There you are. Can you hear me? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do this script together. Because I can't figure out how to put you into the breakout room since I already did them.
Okay.
Okay, so these ones are for care calls, and we also have a holiday care call script that Michele put out. I'll pull that one up in a second.
Okay.
Go ahead, and do you want to be the agent first?
Sure. Let's see.
All right, so let's just go start with this one on the left-hand side. Is it big enough, or do you need me to make it bigger?
It's big enough.
Okay.
Okay. So, hi Beth, it's Melissa from Keller Williams. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. It's been a while, but I was thinking about you and I wanted to reach out to ask you and your family how you were doing.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Listen to what they say, respond. Okay. I'm glad things are going so well. I'm so glad I called.
Yeah, I'm glad you called too.
Thank you. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me today and catching up with me on what's been happening. Something your client said.
I'm glad everything's been good. Yeah.
Okay. Glad everything's been good. I know you probably had a lot going on, but I felt it's important to tell you how much I value you as a client and that I'm here to help. If you ever need any information, a resource, or an agent, again, please don't hesitate to call me. I want you to know that I'm here for you, and I'll check in with you again in a few months to see how you're doing.
Okay, sounds good. All right, here we go. So, let's see.
Let me open. I have the script open on here because it was like hard for me to like read everything that was on there. Okay,
Yeah,
I just pulled it up on my yeah. I just
No
put it
worries.
on the computer.
Hi, Melissa. How's it going? It's Beth with Keller Williams.
Hi, Beth. I'm doing well.
Great. I'm so happy to hear that. So, I was working with a client who's looking to buy a house not too far away from you, and I thought I'd call to check in. You know, I saw the neighborhood and it made me think about you. So, how have you been?
Everything's been the same old, just getting comfortable in my new home.
Great. Do you still love it?
I'm still loving it. The neighborhood's awesome.
That is so good to hear. What do you like best about the neighborhood?
I like how family oriented it is, and it's
Yeah,
nice and quiet, welcoming.
It's a great place for kids and family.
Yeah.
I loved that about that neighborhood too. So anything new going on? I know you were going to do some upgrades to the bathrooms. Did you get that done yet?
I am in the beginning stages of that. I'm just starting to buy the supplies and figure out exactly what my style is going to be in those rooms.
Okay, so you're going to do it all yourself then?
Hopefully not all by myself. I'm hoping to get a contractor for some of the harder things, but
okay. Okay, just keep in mind, remember when we were buying it, I told you that I do have a list of contractors I've worked with in the past. Of course, if you have somebody you want to use, go for it. But if you're looking for some other names and maybe some comparison quotes, I would totally be able to hook that up for you.
Oh, I would really appreciate that. I'd like to have somebody that is reputable that people have used before. So if you can pass on that information, that'd be awesome.
Heck yeah, I'm gonna make a note right now so I don't forget. What
Okay,
about the kids? I know you were saying that in the spring they're maybe gonna do baseball. Are you guys doing anything fun right now?
Yeah, super busy right now with all the kids.
Yeah, they like the new neighborhood too.
Let me decline my daughter's FaceTime call. I'm sorry. Okay, back. Okay, sorry about that. Muted.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm super glad that I called and thank you so much for answering my call. That's one of my most important things for me is that I don't just sell you a house, but we stay in touch afterwards. And that way, that you can call me if you have anything that you're thinking of, whether it's buying or selling, or just something like, hey, do you have a contractor that you have in mind? So
I really appreciate that. That's really nice to hear from an agent that I've worked with.
yeah, well, hopefully they're all doing that, but I'm doing that. So that's what's important to me.
That means a lot.
Anyways, so Melissa, I'm really glad I called and I'm really glad that we had a chance to contact each other. And just so you know, like I just said, if there's ever anything else I can do to help in any way, let me know. Doesn't have to just be buying or selling. Of course, if you think of something like that or a friend, I'd love that call too. But I just want to be a resource for you. Okay.
Okay, sounds awesome. And don't forget to send that contractor list.
I won't. I have a note right next to me. So I'm going to do that as soon as we hang up before I talk to anybody else. Okay.
Okay, Beth, appreciate your call.
All right, great. Thank you.
You're
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. How'd we do?
I think good. I
All
liked how you eased into everything. Just jumped right into it. You flowed well.
I got a little stuck there though for a second, but yeah.
Yeah. Most of it, yeah. This script is a little busier than usual.
Yeah. That one came over to me from the people that do my magazine. So yeah, they're a little busier. Let's see. I'm trying to do a new share with Michelle's script that she wanted.
Okay.
It's not coming up. Huh. Come on. Okay, let's try this one. All right. Can you?
Oh, the holiday one?
Yeah. Can you see it
Okay.
yet? All right.
I
There we go.
can, but I'm
Okay.
gonna try and bring up the other one on my computer because it's a little easier. Okay. Here we go.
So I'm going to let you go with it. So this is your intentions of a holiday care call script is learning how you can be truly of service, identifying if there's a core challenge in somebody's life through questions, listening deeply for cues in what they say, discussing your local real estate market and conditions if it seems like it's appropriate.
Okay.
And then asking if there are real estate considerations that they may be interested in knowing more about. So it can be buying or selling, it can be referrals, it can be the area, but it can also be insurance. It can be the mortgage for a refi. So there's lots of stuff that you can bring up and talk to them about.
Okay.
Can be contractors. So if you knew that they were looking to do something like that,
Mhm.
definitely.
Just ways to keep in contact with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So go for it.
Okay. Hi, Beth. This is Melissa from Keller Williams. I'm so glad that I caught you. Do you have a couple minutes?
I sure do. Thanks for calling. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you for asking. The purpose of my call is to wish you happy holidays and a happy new year. So how are you doing? How's your family doing? Tell me all about it.
Everybody's doing pretty good. I'm doing good. Work's going steady, and my son's doing gymnastics now in addition to the jujitsu.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have any do you happen to have any real estate questions about this red hot sellers market right now? Are you thinking of at all about selling or?
No, not
anything
really
else?
right now. I see that it's just going crazy. That's great for you, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a little crazy right now.
Yeah,
Um,
wow. And I'm really, that's nice that you thought to call me though in the midst of that. But yeah, not really. We are kind of thinking about maybe refinancing to get rid of the PMI. I'm not really sure what to do with that though, or where to start.
oh, okay. I do have some contacts for some lenders. If you're interested in that, I would gladly send over your information so they can contact you and give you some more information on the current rates to get
Oh,
you something lower. That would be nice for you.
okay.
Everybody. Okay. Um, yeah, so I will send over your information if you don't mind, and then they'll give you a little call and you can kind of see where you want to go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so as far as like everything else, I mean, since I'm on the phone with you, did you need any other contact information from anything else with your house? I can probably get you some connections to some people that I have on my contact list, whether it's like your homeowner's insurance or a contractor.
Wow, that's awesome that you have all that for me. Right now, no, but I'm going to keep you in mind once we start getting ready to work on the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be great. Just remember me. I have a lot of contacts that I would be more than happy to share with you if it would help you in any way.
Oh, great. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. Happy holidays. And I hope all your family is doing well. Nice to hear from you.
Good to hear from you too, Melissa. Thanks. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Okay, I'm going to try it. I usually just listen to you guys, so I don't do this very often.
It's been a while.
Hello, is this Melissa?
Hi, yes, it is.
Hey,
Who is
Melissa. This is Beth with Keller Williams. How are you doing?
Oh, hey, Beth. I'm doing well.
Great. Well, I'm so glad I caught you. No worries. I'm not going to keep you on the phone long, but do you have just a couple minutes for me today?
Sure. I have a few minutes right now.
Fabulous. So the purpose of my call is just to stay in touch and to wish you a happy holidays and a happy new year.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too, and happy holidays.
Oh, thank you so much. So how's everything going with the family?
It's been pretty busy. The kids keep us busy all the time and just trying to do little updates on our home here and there. Since it's an older home when we purchased it.
So yeah, it's crazy, right? But what would you do without the kids to keep your life interesting?
Yeah, that's what I think sometimes, like, would it be nicer or would I be bored?
It's always something different with the kids. And then, so you're still working on the updating the house then?
Yeah, little things here and there when I'm able to financially. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you've been living there, what has it been, about 6 months now?
Yeah, it's only been 6 months. I want to take it all on, but I know it's just like one piece at a time.
Yeah, these things do take time, especially with an older house, because you want to make sure you do everything right too. You don't want to rush into it.
Exactly. Or uncover more mess.
Well, hopefully no big surprises, right?
Right. That's what I'm hoping for.
So are you guys doing anything special for the holiday season?
Probably just spend it with family, not going out of town or anything like that. Just local, have a family dinner or something Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what I'm going to do too. I have to say, I do sometimes miss those like destination big family trips, but I know for me, as I get older and with like houses and stuff like that, it is a lot easier just to have kind of a chill holiday season with the kids and the family.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I know you're just moving in and settling in, but do you have any questions about the market and real estate right now?
I'm trying to think if I have any. Not really. I'm just happy that it's going up and my home value is increasing, and I bought when I did.
Yeah.
But maybe in the near future, refinancing. I am FHA, so I think I have to wait a little while.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
about 6
sure on
months
this.
last
Okay.
time I heard. So you're close.
Okay, so then maybe pretty soon. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I will check out the rates and see if I can get
Fabulous.
something a little lower.
Yeah, well, lower for sure. And then also the prices have jumped significantly. So you might be able to have enough equity built up in the house with the refinance to perhaps get you out of that PMI too, which could really help with your financing for all these projects you have.
Definitely, that is something I want to look into. Do you have any mortgage company or lenders that you have in mind that you would recommend I refinance?
I have
with?
about 5 partners I work with regularly. Let me do, the first thing I would say is let me just send you my app again. I know I had sent it to you before, but I can't remember if you had it downloaded, but it does have some updates on there. We have Keller Mortgage, so they don't charge lender origination fees, and they also don't charge you upfront for the appraisal. They only charge you for it if you go through with the transaction. So it could
Okay.
save you a lot of money there, and nobody does that. In addition to that,
yeah.
the rates are really good. Also, we have our Keller Covered. So you might be able to get a comparison quote, maybe even stay with the insurance company you have right now, but get it a little bit cheaper, which could also help you with some of that financing and projects that you have.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I definitely would love for you to send the app over. I think I may have deleted it after I purchased my home
Yeah,
because
I mean,
didn't
why
want
would
to
you
get
need it
tempted.
still, right?
Yeah.
So totally understandable. Yeah, I'll send it to you. What you're going to do is you'll go in there and then there's a button that says more. You just push that and you scroll down and you'll see Keller Covered and Keller Mortgage. You do start the mortgage online, but they immediately assign you to an actual person. So you're not just dealing with a computer system or an algorithm. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, that kind of took a little detour, but I'm glad. I think I was able to hopefully add some value. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The refinancing thing, I didn't realize I can already possibly qualify to refinance this early on. So that was definitely helpful information.
Great. Well, I want to definitely stay in touch because I really think of you and your family as friends after all the time we've spent together. But I also want to be a friend that you can go to if you have any questions. Okay. So don't
Okay,
worry
that's
about ever bothering me. You don't have to just call me if you want to sell a house.
okay. Thank you. I appreciate that from you.
Fabulous. Well, I really, really appreciate your time. And you know, anytime I do call though, I am going to let you know that if you found value in this, I am based off of referrals. So that's how I make money. So if you come across anybody over the holidays that is looking to maybe do something, let them know about me. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely recommend you to any family or friends that are looking to buy or sell. It's been a pleasure working with you. So definitely would send off that referral for you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. All right. Well, happy holidays. I don't want to keep you. I promised I would not keep you on the phone forever. But
Okay.
do you mind if I follow up with you and just make sure that that was a good fit in a couple weeks with the Keller Covered? And if not, that way I'll send you to maybe one of my other lenders I work with.
Oh yeah, feel free to follow up with me. That way, if it doesn't work out, I can get some more information from you.
Great. All right, Melissa. Well, I hope you have a good holiday and I will probably talk to you like the first week of January. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right.
That was good. That was a long conversation we had.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Krista was my script partner forever. And
Yeah.
we both have issue with Keller scripts in that they're a little too to the point to where it just seems like you have
Yeah.
salesperson breath.
Like
So
agenda.
we
Yeah.
always try to turn it into a conversation.
No, that's good. It felt more natural.
Yeah. Anyhow, all right. Well, we went twice. Do you want to go one more time? I have enough time to do one more, and then I got to hop into everybody's rooms and make sure they're
Okay.
good. Do you
Which
want to do
did
this
you
one
want?
or one of the others?
We can do, let's see, is there more than just this one? 12.
This is just the
Oh.
reasons to list.
Okay.
So you'll have that, but a lot of times people will say they want to wait till after the holidays. So if you ask them, well, you know, a lot of people do that, but I'm just curious, why do you want to wait? And you can find out what their thoughts are. And this gives you some overcoming objections.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just, you know, if they're
Got
going to wait, they're going to wait. You don't want to be that person pushing them, but you do want to come at them with accurate information. So this just gives you some accurate information to be
Okay.
able to answer so that they are well informed. And that's what I would say too. I would say, you know what? I am not here to tell you what to do with your house. I just want to be there to help you when you're ready. But
Mhm.
it is my job to give you the most up-to-date information that I know. So let me just give you a couple facts so that you have it in your tool belt of resources for this decision that you've got to make, because selling a house is a huge decision. Okay. And then you can come back with them. Well, it sounds like your concern is that you wanted to save some money and you think you're going to make a little bit more money by waiting till the next year. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some buyers actually decide to purchase a home before the end of the year for potential tax benefits. Did you know that?
That's a good point.
They do. And right at the holiday season, everybody's thinking we're going to wait until January. So when you actually list in December, it means that you have less competition, less houses for those eyes to look at. So more people looking at your house. Don't you think that having more people to look at your house and less competition could help you?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to wait till January, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you to sell it, but just keep in mind, it's not necessarily a bad thing to get it on the market now, because you're going to have a lot less competition. Your house is going to look beautiful, and you can take advantage of those smart buyers that are looking to get in there and make some extra money off of their taxes come next year. Cool.
Yeah. Raised a
Well,
lot of good points. Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah, that's just one of those things you should have these memorized. That way you can come back. And I'm very like not pushy in my sales. That's
Yeah.
just my personality, is I
Yeah.
want to be a consultant, not like somebody trying to force them to get rid of their
Yeah,
house.
I would feel the same way because I get turned off by that.
Yeah, me too. It bugs me. But
Yeah. Okay, I'll print that out so that I can have it to look
Yeah.
over and review after.
all right, let's go back over to, can you see that or do I need to refresh?
Let me go. I can go put it on mine, but I can see it. It's just small.
Okay.
So I'm gonna open mine up.
Why don't you do the second one that I did last time? That way you get a chance to do it.
Okay. Okay, the second page. Here it is. Let's see. But does it make your client feel like you're spying on them? Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is from my magazine, so it tells me it like watches all their internet activity, so I know if they're looking at houses, but I don't want to call and be like, I'm spying on you, so I know you're looking.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Because you can see too, like as far as like when they're in your app and if they're looking too. So that kind of will go for that too. Okay. Hi Beth, how's it going? It's Melissa from Keller Williams.
Oh, hey Melissa, how are you? It's going pretty good.
So that's great to hear. I'm calling just because I was working with a client who's looking to buy not too far from you and thought I'd just call to check in. How have you been?
Wow. I've been good. Somebody's buying close to me, huh? Is it somebody I'm gonna like?
I hope so. They're a really beautiful family. And they seem like they'll add to this neighborhood since it is a family oriented neighborhood. So I think it might even be some playmates for your kids.
Oh, fabulous. See, I know I can trust you to bring good people into the neighborhood.
Always. That's your part. Okay. So, what have you been up to as far as updates on your home or anything? Have you remodeled or added that addition that you wanted to, or
Oh
anything
gosh,
yet?
I was wondering if you remember that. No, I haven't got anything done yet. It's been so hectic, but it's still one of
Yeah.
those things I want to do. I want to make it that perfect house. Either that or I want to sell it and go buy something that's already done.
Right. Yeah. That's the nice thing about brand new homes, but when you are able to remodel them, you make them more unique to you. So that'll be nice once you finally get those projects you wanted completed. Are you doing it yourself or hiring a contractor? Or have you thought
Well,
about
my
that
husband
yet?
wants to do it himself, but it will never get done. So yeah, we're gonna hire a contract. I'm gonna hire a contractor.
Yeah, I hear you. We think we can do it and then we get in the middle of it and it just becomes way more complicated sometimes than we anticipated. I have a few contractors that I work with. If you want their names, I can send them over.
Oh, wow. That would be amazing. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll give you, I can send you an email with a list of about 3 to choose from, and maybe you can get some quotes and kind of fill out their personalities if they're right fit for you.
Yeah, thanks so much. That would be amazing.
Okay, awesome. I'm happy I can be of some assistance to you. Well, I'm glad things are going well. I just wanted to reach out to you to let you know, kind of just touch base with you, see how you and your family were doing, and let you know if there's anything you need, whether it's what we just discussed, contractors, or anything else, refinancing, or just to say hello. You can always reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm glad I called. So nice to hear everyone's doing well. And it's just very important for me to tell you how much I value you as a client. So it's so nice to hear everybody's doing well. If you don't mind, I'll call again in a couple of months to see how the contractors are doing or how your project's doing, or if you haven't started yet, maybe I can be of assistance in another way.
Absolutely. And once you get your new buyers in that house, please, I'd love to connect. So you said I have playmates maybe.
Awesome.
So yeah. Get me in
Yeah,
touch.
sounds
All right.
good. So nice to
All
hear
right.
from you.
Good to hear from you. Thanks for calling. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
All right, bye. Hey, do I have everybody back? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm here. Melody's here.
Okay. Hey, Melody, how did it go for you?
It was good. It was my first time. Went pretty well.
Good. Sophie, how did you feel about it?
This one was a little tougher than the first one we had last week.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't know like the multi-year price increase trends. I didn't know how to respond to that. And I wasn't familiar with some of the topics. So I was a little bit more nervous because I'm not knowledgeable in those fields. So,
Yeah.
But the team helped me a lot and gave me some good advice on how to say things.
Awesome. That's why we do this, so that you get caught with us and you don't get stuck with a client that catches you off guard.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that definitely boosts confidence. So that
Yes.
you've already had this conversation and messed up with people that we don't really matter. So
One thing that I find myself doing sometimes if I don't immediately have the answer is I just tell them, that's a great question, and I will find that answer and get back to you. And then, of course, I immediately will text Beth and Krista and be like, what is the answer?
Yes.
Yep. Who else do we still have here? I want to let you guys off. I know you've been on the call a long time. Let's see. Oh, it's so good to see everybody's faces. Bailey, how'd it go? I haven't talked to you in forever because you're in Lodi. You're muted as well.
It went good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a nice one. We just did the first one. The other page, we didn't get to this one that's on the screen.
Okay.
But these are good ones to review as well.
Yeah, it gives you some different reasons to call, and different prompts to get in there. I know that some people just have a little bit of nervousness about calling people that they maybe haven't called in a long time. So this gives you a nice little segue. And even if it's not a client, you can switch that line that says, I'm grateful that I value you as a customer. You can say, you know what, I was thinking about you and I just wanted you to know that I really value you as my friend, or, whatever. So you can change this and make it, even if it's somebody that's never done a transaction with you before, just to stay in touch, because you top of mind when they have something come up, then you're top of mind, and that's where you want to be. All right, guys. Well, it's 12:03. I don't want to hold you up all day. We're not going to have script practice tomorrow because it's call night, which is why we did these care calls practice today. So you can use these tomorrow, and I hope you guys all attend. Keeping something in mind, and I caught myself on this yesterday when I was doing my calls. There's sometimes a tendency to skip over names, and you should never do that. Go ahead and make the dial. You never know what you're going to find, you know? I wanted to skip over a lady that was a buyer of mine, and I went on a 3-day vacation and she decided that was too long and bought with somebody else, right? So I was going to skip over her name. I went ahead and called her anyways and said, hey, I'm not doing a solicitation call. I just wanted to check in. It's holidays and I wanted to wish you well and see how that house is working out for you and your family. And she came back with, it's great. Thanks for calling. And you know what? We actually want to sell it in about a year. And I said, oh, wow. Well, you know, I didn't call to solicit. I just wanted to wish you goodwill and, you know, see how that's going. But amazing. She's like, you know what? My realtor hasn't called me back. So in a year, right now, I'm going to be calling you. Okay. So, and I wanted to skip that dial, but I didn't. So don't skip names, guys. Just go ahead and dial it. You never know. You got to reestablish those relationships, even if it's maybe been something that you're a little hesitant to do. All right. Well, thank you for staying over with me for 5 minutes and letting me go on my little tirade there. And I will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.